I encourage all women, particularly Hawaiian women, to be aware of any change in their breasts. See your doctor if there is a change or if you have a family history of breast cancer. Changes I advise my patients to look for in their breasts include a lump that feels different, a change in the look or feel of their skin, a dimple or folding in the breast surface, an inverted nipple, nipple discharge of either blood or mucus, swelling or redness, or a feeling of warmth when touched.
Ten years ago, I went for my annual mammogram. It was one of the things that I always did, going for a mammogram during Christmas vacation, because at the time I was teaching. The nurse said, "Would you mind waiting a few minutes? We want to get another picture." And sure enough, they took another picture and there was something very suspicious. When you are diagnosed with cancer, you immediately think the worst. And I still remember the butterflies and the very strange feeling that came over me. But it was interesting. As soon as I got home, and once I was able to tell my husband, he was wrapping Christmas presents in the spare room, and I said, "I want a double mastectomy. I want both of them gone. I never want to see them again." And he said, "I think you might want to rethink that." And so, it opened up conversation and talking, and of course that wasn't what I did.
It always seemed like cancer was something that wasn't going to happen to our family, and so I think that it was a bit of disbelief at first when there was an indication that Mom had cancer. And Mom, as many moms are, is the foundation of our family. And so when something happens to your mom, it's like the foundation of your entire life gets shaken. And so I think that was sort of the overwhelming feeling for myself, and I would assume for my brothers too.
I can remember standing over there washing dishes one day and just thinking Mom would be gone. Cancer was going to take Mom away. And that's all I could think of.
I remember one day coming home, and Keone was sitting at my desk, and he was bawling, absolutely bawling. And my boys don't bawl, but he was. And I said, "Keone, we have to get rid of that. We've got to have the humor. That's got to." And from then on, it was nothing but joking and laughing, and I needed their teasing. I needed the fun that they provided.
I remember teasing her about when she lost her hair, but that's, she had her wigs, and I think we joked a lot about it.
And I remember her trying on different wigs, and wigs are not for everybody, I guess you could say.
But she didn't lose all of her hair, it just got thin. So she really didn't need a wig, but she had it. It was almost like just in case.
Well, I was going to the mainland, and I thought I was going to look really good because I had a different hairstyle, and I came home with it on, and they were all sitting around the table, and they just kind of looked at me like, "What are you doing?" And I never ever wore the wig. It went to I don't know how many Halloween parties on various heads. And that was the story of the wig. But it was that acceptance, that humor, that carrying on our normal everyday existence that really, really, really helped. And I was always grateful for the love and support. But I think it was a good lesson for all of us, because we had never had anyone in the family with cancer of any kind, and we didn't really know anyone who had gone through all of the treatments. So to have this exposure and this experience, and to find out that, it's a disease that we really and truly can deal with.
And then the other thing is, in the past 10 years since Mom was diagnosed and in remission, we've had 11 children among ourselves. And so moms have the pleasure of seeing 11 grandkids born and grow up, and Mom's here today because she had her mammogram and was able to catch it early and get treatment.
I remember that one kupuna, a breast cancer survivor, whose tumor was detected through an annual mammogram, reminded us of the wisdom that she learned from her kupuna. Namely, she said, to keep the face of the grandchild before you. And what she meant by that was that each of us have a place in the genealogical continuum. And once you acknowledge that place, with that knowledge comes the commitment to use the resources that have been entrusted to you. And one of those resources is health, is your health. So when you take care of yourself, you know, when you hold that as part of your kuleana, as part of your collective responsibility, you, in a way, ensure the health of future generations, of your children and your grandchildren. And you provide an important role model for them.
Remember, like, her having it, but I just know that I'm glad she's here and that I would have missed out on a lot if she wasn't, so